APC spits fire as Supreme Court reserves judgment in Atiku and Obi'S appeal. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot juicy news updates. Please click on the notification bell. The Supreme Court reserved the judgment yesterday in the appeal filed by the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and Labour Party (LP) challenging the Court of Appeal decision that upheld President Bola Tinubu's victory in the 2023 presidential election. Justice John Iyang Okoro heading the panel overseeing the appeal by both parties deferred judgment following their presentations. Meanwhile, the All Progressive Congress APC has dismissed likelihood of the People's Democratic Party's presidential candidate prevailing at the Supreme Court. Court cases are won on the strength of cogent, credible, compelling, or substantial evidence, not on hollow, implausible, capricious tales and fabrications of a kind that Atiku Abubakar dumped on the court in the guise of a body of evidence, evidencing nothing, APC said in a statement by the National Publicity Secretary, Felix Morka. It added, and I quote, that the People's Democratic Party must also be thoroughly deluded to imagine that it can get through the court what it deservedly failed to get through the polls. Its claim that the election was manipulated against its candidate are both ridiculous and insulting to millions of Nigerians who voted massively for the All Progressive Congress and its candidate, now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. During the session, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, SAN, Chief Chris Uche, appeared on behalf of the appellant. Abubakar Mahmood SAN announced his representation for the Independent National Electoral Commission first respondent. Chief Wole Olanipekun SAN stood for the second respondent. President Bola Tinubu and Chief Akin Olujimi SAN announced legal representation for the All Progressive Congress third respondent. Uche said, and I quote, "We are praying for an order of leave to present fresh evidence and appeal pursuant to the powers of the Supreme Court, particularly the depositions on oath from the Chicago State University, CSU." He urged the court to grant the motion and allow the appeal, grant their prayers sought, and disqualify Tinubu. Justice Okoro stressed that the case was of great public importance. However, he wondered if the evidence Atiku sought to tender was not geared towards establishing an allegation that has elements of crime. Noting that there were contradictory documents relating to the CSU certificate, Okoro said, and I quote, "This is a criminal offense which ought to be resolved beyond reasonable doubt. So, when you see this kind of discrepancies, I do not know how we can resolve it. This is a serious matter. It is not to admit the document that is difficult, but after that, what do you do with it? Are we going to draft a charge and ask someone, did you forge this document? That notwithstanding, we are here to do justice and there is no room to cover anything." Mahmood, Olanipekun, and Olujimi urged the court to dismiss both the motion and appeal for lacking merit. The court also reserved judgment in the appeal filed by P2B and his party against the tribunal judgment affirming Tinubu's election. The 7-man panel, after listening to submissions of the parties, said a judgment date would be communicated to them. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court dismissed the petition by Allied People's Movement (APM) against the declaration of Tinubu as the winner of the presidential election. This followed an application for withdrawal by the Council to the Allied People's Movement (APM). Now, all those plenty English when they blew up and down, everything, no, I don't know what they're trying to do. If APC let them spit fire and brimstone. In Senate climbs, you see this issue, it would not be here. I feel angered anytime they say it is as an insult to Nigerians that they voted. See, I use God name, beg everybody, make everybody drink their medicine. Anybody who is sick should take their what's it called, their medication. And not come out to say it is an insult to Nigerians that they came out to vote. I use God name, beg. This particular election that happened, people who say it is free and fair, may something as free and fair like this happen to you. If you are still coming out at this point in time to say, oh, the thing that happened to what's it called, the election, that it is free and fair, then let something free and fair. Let the judge come and try your case and call it free and fair. But this kind of free and fair. The election was not free and fair, for crying out loud. The presidential election was not free and fair. A lot of things happened even before the main manipulation occurred. A lot of things happened. People were threatened. A lot of things happened. Some people, they resumed late. All these things, you cannot come and tell me it is a mistake. Oshewu. You have been preparing for election for 4 years, just like the next election now. They have been prepping for it for 4 years, and then on that day, you are telling me you go late. And you are telling me not to think that, you don't plan say you will come late. A lot of things happen. People are not allowed to vote, a lot of issues. And you're coming out to say Nigerians voted for who? There are places where election, whether they like it or not, this election, it did not go on, it did not happen. And you're here coming out to tell us. I just got big everybody. How trustworthy can the judgment of man be in a world of greed and insatiability? Man and his desire to gain the whole world. That is why you say people of integrity are very difficult to find. Integrity is a virtue that I think is the most expensive virtue to actually find. But no, it's not the most expensive that. But it is very rare to see somebody who has integrity, who even in the face of if everybody make everybody, sell everybody away, they are not going to do it. They're not going to give in. If the court fails, the National Assembly will, and if they also fail, the citizens definitely will. Nigerians, please, may we allow the judges of the Supreme Court to give their final verdict. One may throw in his or opinion. They are human beings as we are. Let us not speak them into confusion. I hope they fear God, which is the beginning of wisdom. God is interestingly watching. My darling, the thing is, our opinion cannot be forced on them, and they cannot force the opinion on us as well. But Nigerians have the right to come outside and say, actually, yes, I'm of the opinion, say, make them allow the Supreme Court. But my own be say, with the way the thing they go, it is very annoying. Alright, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for turning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.